Hello, Nistas and Nistas. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista. And over here, we do mainly things fragrances, whether it's body or home. And today we are here to talk fragrances, you guys. And I want to share with you my top items on my luxury fragrance wish list. So if you're interested in hearing about those things, please stay. All right, Nistas, how are you today? All right, you guys. So if you're wondering what's the occasion, of course, it's always me. The occasion is me. No, seriously, you guys. I just wanted to do something a little fun. And since this is my luxury wish list, and I am indeed a Southern girl, I just thought I would just put my little headpiece on. So, you guys, I am not a debutante or this Southern belle. I am definitely a Southern city girl. I am from one of the largest cities in the South. I do not come from dirt roads or farm, anything like that. That's a big misconception of some people that think about the South. It's not about that. I am from a very big city, very trending city. So I just did that because I am from the South. So I just wanted to get in character and share my luxury fragrance. So the first fragrance from this luxury wish list, it comes from, I don't know if they call this the exclusive line, but it's from Chanel. And this is their top tier line. And they have quite a few fragrances in this particular line, but the one that I am interested in and would love to sample and one day own as a part of my collection is Chanel Beige. And I want this because it seems to be this chic, very simplistic, but sophisticated fragrance. According to Fragrantica, it has fragrance notes of frangipani, honey, freesia, and hawthorn. Such a beautiful composition. Never smelled it, but just based off what I know about these fragrance notes, I could really see myself enjoying this fragrance. So Chanel Beige is a part of my luxury wish list. All right, so moving on into a fragrance that I have been playing around with. I have a sample of this, and I also have an inspired fragrance that is said to be really good, but I do want the original one. And this is from the house of Nihilo, and this is Fleur Narcotique. Fleur Narcotique has fragrance notes of bergamot, lychee, peach, heart notes of jasmine, peony, orange blossom. The base notes are transparent woods and moss. You guys, I am going to eventually get this fragrance. I'm sure I'll eventually get them all, but I really enjoy this fragrance. It is a beautiful fragrance. I have this fragrance sample, and I have used one already. I have used another one in the past, and the inspired one, it is okay and it's similar, but it's not the original. So I do want the original fragrance. I think this is a very sophisticated, lightweight, classy type of fragrance. It is absolutely beautiful. I do think that this is a fragrance that's for warmer weather. So it's on the wish list, and probably by spring of next year, I will have it. So the next fragrance, you guys, is from the House of Creed. I've experienced this fragrance. My essay has given me several samples of the fragrance, and it is Carmina. I still have some sample left. This is Carmina by Creed, and it is absolutely a beautiful fragrance. It has a black cherry note with that beautiful rich saffron with pink pepper. It has May rose, peony, violet, cashmere, woods, musk, ambroxan, myrrh, and frankincense. Definitely that deep woody resonance from the myrrh and frankincense that I love how this fragrance it develops into. Absolutely beautiful fragrance. I do think that this fragrance is probably more befitting for cool weather, but you know, I always believe in wear what you desire to wear when you desire to wear it. And I could easily see a woman getting away with this fragrance at any time of the year, just depending on how and where she wears it. So, Creed Carmina is still a part of the luxury fragrance wish list. Now, the next fragrance, you guys, I've never smelled this fragrance. Um, Most of them I haven't because I don't have a place where I can go and smell them. And some of them I just really haven't seen where I could actually buy a small sample for an affordable price. Because once it gets past $30 for a 2 mil, that makes no sense to me. That just says to me you need to apply that money to the full size bottle. But the fragrance that I am speaking of, you guys, is Vanilla Planiforia. This fragrance, it sounds very unique. It sounds exquisite. It sounds like it's set apart based off the fragrance notes. And I have seen a few content creators speak about this fragrance, and they talk about what a beautiful vanilla fragrance that it is. So the fragrance has notes of vanilla, spices, amber, and musk. Now, this fragrance, you guys, I don't know why this fragrance is so much more expensive than the regular Guerlains, even in the small packaging. I think for the 30 mil is like $625 that it retails for. I'm just gonna take it as if it's made with a special selection of fragrance notes that makes it that much more exclusive and really nice. But it is on the wish list, and hopefully one day I will have it in the collection. Now, the next fragrance, I have just decided if I don't get to a Guerlain counter, I am just going to just gift myself this. I did want to have the experience of going to the counter, selecting the roping, the inscribing on the bottle, and all of that good stuff, which I could always get another fragrance to have that experience. But I think that I'm going to go ahead and at some point soon get this fragrance for myself. And this is Tabacco Honey, because I told you honey is my thing for this season, this fall and winter season. And I really want this fragrance. I have looked at people's reviews. It comes with raving reviews, and based off the scent notes, the composition of the fragrance sounds absolutely beautiful. It has honey, cloves, anise, tobacco, tonka, vanilla, sesame, oud, and sandalwood. So, like I said, I do want that whole experience with the aesthetics of selecting and customizing my bottle, which you can do that online, but I just think you get a different experience when you're actually there live. So, Tabacco Honey is also a part of my luxury fragrance wish list. The next fragrance is a fragrance from a house. I said early this year that I wanted to experience this house and another house that I have not even dwells off into. And I still want to experience this house. But the fragrance comes from the house of Harmonist, and it is Moon Glory. And this fragrance has fragrance notes of ylang ylang, jasmine, lychee, honey, passion flower, lady of the night flower, Peru balsam, white musk, and Hanuku woods. Oh, this sounds so beautiful, you guys. And based off the reviews, people that I have witnessed and talked about it, they said that they really enjoy the fragrance. So, Moon Glory is a part of the luxury fragrance wish list. Now, you guys, the next fragrance is something that I am familiar with, and I do want to experience this rendition of it. I've heard that it's not as cloying or pungent as the original one, which I get loads of compliments on, but it is definitely a powerhouse fragrance. The fragrance that's on my wish list is Guidance 46. And I do have the original Guidance, which is a beautiful fragrance. I've heard from other people's reviews that it's very similar DNA, but it's just not as strong as the original. So this fragrance has fragrance notes of pear, frankincense, hazelnut, rose water, pink pepper, bitter almond, saffron, rose, jasmine sambac, osmanthus, citrus, sandalwood, akigali wood, ambergris, vanilla, ambrette, Georgie wood. This is a heavy hitting fragrance. It's a lot in this fragrance. It's like, did they try to get 46 notes in here? It's a lot. But absolutely beautiful packaging. Amouage is known for their deep, sensual DNAs. It's they're really great for that. They have some beautiful fragrances, the ones that I have experienced. So, Guidance 46. All right, the next fragrance, you guys, I'm still asking myself, do you want this for the packaging, or are you really intrigued by what it may smell like? Because one of these notes in here, I'm not a big fan, and if it's not done correctly, I don't like it. So I definitely need to sample this. This is not blind buy safe for me. But the fragrance that I am speaking of is Baciami by Bvlgari, and it has fragrance notes of gardenia, vanilla, and amber. So there you have it. Like I said, gardenia is one of those fragrance notes that it has to be done correctly in order for me to really be able to enjoy it or vibe with that fragrance. So again, Baciami by Bvlgari. And last but not least is probably, I move this up to probably my second favorite niche house fragrance. And I discovered this fragrance when I was into my chocolate fragrances, which I am still into them, but I like them more in the cooler months. And I discovered this fragrance then. And this fragrance is from the house of Xerjoff, and it is called Symphonium, and it is an orange blossom chocolatey type of fragrance, and I do have it in sample size. I got it from not Twisted Lily, this came from Lucky Scents. I do have it in sample size, and I play around with it and I sniff it and smell it here and there, and I still want the fragrance, still want it as a part of the collection. It has fragrance notes of orange, mandarin orange, chocolate, cardamom, vanilla, oud, musk, and Thailand oud. So that's the last one on the list, you guys, that I wanted to share with you. There are more. If you are a part of this fragrance world, whether you do content or not, you know that wish list, it is ever evolving. It never stays the same. You add things, you take things away. Some things are put down to the bottom of the list. Some things supersede other things depending on the sales. So you ladies know how a fragrance wish list can be. But I just wanted to share with you all the ones that are like my top tier luxury fragrances. So I want to thank you guys so very much. If you want to share any of your luxury top tier fragrances that are on your wish list, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. I greatly appreciate you, and do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye bye.